So while there's no explicit mention, I want to come back to this nuclear weapons secret stuff. Are we supposed to believe that the material Trump had stored in his house was nuclear content so sensitive that the FBI waited 1.5 years to go and get it and use the National Archives as a prop to do so? Peggy, the trouble is, as I see it, any reports on former President Trump, anonymously sourced, they're always anonymously sourced, are often exaggerated or false.
Of course they are. And not only anonymous, a lot of these government agencies have been accused and found out for actually fabricating these documents themselves. The Steele dossier was proven not to be true, and yet the FBI and the DOJ ran with it. And they continue this vicious cycle where they create the lie, they say the lie, they perpetuate the lie through the media, and all of a sudden people become desensitized and they think, well, there must be some truth somewhere to that. And are they looking for nuclear secrets in Melania's closet? These people are truly deranged.
I agree. I was reading comments by the former Justice Department official, this Professor Alan Rosenstein, who's supposed to be a national security law expert. Does the release of redacted documents, that's for our viewers, they've been edited and certain things are omitted, does this mean that there is stuff there that the public aren't being told about because the Department of Justice is moving closer to criminal charges for Donald Trump?
Well, that's certainly the impression that they want to create.
Yeah.
And just realize that there's documents over the years that have been classified at high levels for decades and decades. And when we get a look at them, actually, it's not that important. And so, especially when it's politically motivated, there could be intentionally lots of redactions to give this illusion of they're covering up a lot of things that they're investigating. And really, it comes down to they want to create the illusion that he is criminally being investigated. And that's why Donald Trump says, release it, show it all. I have nothing to hide. You're going to expose yourself, not me.
Yeah, they're taking on the wrong target. I note this Andrew Goldstein, who's a prosecutor who has investigated Trump in the past, has said that bringing charges won't be easy because prosecutors will need to believe the evidence, as you've said, can satisfy the high criminal standards of beyond reasonable doubt and survive appeals. Rosenstein quotes the famous phrase, if you strike at the king, you'd better strike to kill. Peggy, what significance can be placed on the fact that Alan Weisselberg, the long-time top financial officer of the Trump Organization, allegedly one of Donald Trump's closest business associates, has pleaded guilty to criminal tax fraud and other charges? Now, he pleaded guilty last week, but agreed to testify at a pending trial against the Trump Organization if called. What do we make of that?
Well, keep in mind, this is a man who worked for Donald Trump for almost 50 years. And for the last 4 years, he and his family have been gone after by these attorneys in New York, trying to, again, not get to him, but use him to get to Donald Trump. And when you think of all the crime and all the things that are going wrong in New York City, do you know what he's being prosecuted for? Not paying taxes on a Trump Organization-owned apartment and car. Now, if he's guilty of that, of course, we should all pay our taxes, and that's correct. But New York City really has bigger problems with that. And if you listen to what the district attorney said in New York, she said, today that misconduct ends. Let this guilty plea send a loud and clear message. We will crack down on anyone who steals from the public for personal gain because no one